सो गया ये जहां, सो गया आसमां, सो गई. Hello, people. I should really stop doing these weird intros, but I love it anyway. So, welcome to the podcast. इसका नाम है छोटी छोटी बातें, and today we're gonna talk about Russian sleep experiment. If you love sleeping all day, then stick till the end, and trust me, your love for the sleep will be enhanced. So we all know how important sleep is for our mental and physical well-being. Like if we don't sleep for a day, we wake up with this cranky mood and irritated, and we don't want to talk to people and all. So yeah, basically mood यही होता है कि bro आज नहीं please. So I'm gonna start by talking about something which is kind of deep science. So please bear with me. Okay, so there are basically two kinds of sleep: rapid eye movement and non-rapid eye movement sleep. So I'm just gonna call it REM and non-REM because I don't want to get into the technicality of calling it random eye movement again and again. Okay. So the non-REM sleep includes what is commonly known as the deep sleep or slow wave sleep. Dreaming typically occurs during REM sleep. Generally, non-REM and REM sleep occur in a regular pattern of 3 to 5 cycles each night. So, sleep deficiency can make you feel frustrated, cranky, or weird, you know, in the sense worried in a social situations. So, yeah, people, sleep is important, but please do not sleep through my podcast. So, now let's jump back onto the topic, that is the Russian sleep experiment. ये क्या था, कब हुआ, कहाँ हुआ? So the story dates back to 1940s in Soviet test facility. It was a military sanctioned experiment. So basically हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं 1940s की, when the World War II was going on, and the biggest challenge was that enemy could have attacked in the night as well, and the soldiers had to be on the guard, which was really tough. So these bunch of scientists made this gas which can keep a person awake for like about 30 days. And yes, that is what this experiment was all about. And any sane person would say ki this is crazy. Okay, that's not possible. But yeah, that is what makes this story interesting. So basically, a group of researchers took 5 political prisoners and they were sealed in an airtight chamber. Now we are talking about the times when CCTV camera wasn't a thing. So ये चेम्बर के अंदर ना दे हैड माइक्स, ओके, एंड अ टू वे मिरर. तो उससे क्या होता था, दे कैन एडमिनिस्टर देम. ओके, मतलब वो अंदर देख सकते हैं, जो रिसर्चर्स हैं वो लोग अंदर देख सकते हैं, और जो अंदर के जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं वो लोग बाहर नहीं देख सकते. सो द प्रिजनर्स वर फॉल्सली प्रॉमिस्ड एज वेल कि दे वुड बी सेट फ्री एट द एंड ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट, एंड इफ दे डोंट एग्री टू दिस देन दे वुड बी एग्जीक्यूटेड फॉर टर्निंग अगेंस्ट ह्यूमैनिटी एंड द सोवियत यूनियन. सो बेसिकली ये वही होगा कि आगे गए तो गए और पीछे गए तो गए. So yeah, they thought to take this path because this was much easier, because they were told that this gas wasn't lethal. So within that chamber, they also provided them with some books and food that would last for 30 days. Basically, they were not allowed to come out of the chamber, and no one will go inside the chamber as well within these 30 days. So they started dosing the prisoners with the gas in regular intervals. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. The subjects hardly complained, having been promised that they would be freed if they submitted to the test and did not sleep for 30 days. Their conversations and activities were monitored, and it was noted that they continued to talk about increasingly traumatic incidents in their past, and the general tone of their conversation took on a darker aspect after 4-day mark. After 5 days, they started to complain about the circumstances and the events that led them to where they were and started to demonstrate severe paranoia. उन्होंने एक दूसरे से बात करना बंद कर दिया था और वो लोग बस विस्पर करते थे नियर माइक्रोफोन्स और दे वुड टॉक थ्रू दैट two-way mirrored, you know. So oddly, they all seem to think they could win the trust of the experimenters by turning over their comrades or the other subjects. At first, the researchers suspected this was an act of the gas itself, क्योंकि ये काफ़ी नॉर्मल था obviously. वो लोग सोए नहीं हैं, वो लोग उस चेंबर से बाहर नहीं निकले, so this is quite common, yeah. But after 9 days, one of the prisoners started screaming. He screamed for so long and so hard that he tore his vocal cords. And the surprising part of this scenario was that the reaction of the other prisoners were nothing. जैसे कुछ हो ही ना रहा हो. It was complete ignorance. That scream slowly fainted to squeaks and then dead silence. Till another prisoner started screaming. पर इस बार जो बाकी prisoners थे, वो लोगों ने पेज फाड़ना शुरू किया बुक्स का and then they covered the whole mirror with those pages by sticking them with their own feces. Days passed by with no sound in the chamber. और researchers were confused क्योंकि उनको पता नहीं था कि ये लोग जिंदा हैं या फिर what's happening inside it, because there were no sound and the oxygen that was fed to them was appropriate to keep them alive. After all the struggles inside the mind of the researchers, they came on a decision which they actually decided to never come on to. They decided to open the gates. Before opening the gates, they announced, "We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away from the door and lie flat on the ground, or you will be shot. Compliance will earn one of you your immediate freedom." And the response to that was, "We no longer want to be freed." Yes, now it gets interesting. So basically, a debate broke out amongst the researchers and the military forces funding the research. Unable to provoke any responses from the intercom, it was finally decided to open the chamber at the midnight of 15th day. So the chamber was flushed off the stimulant and filled with the fresh air. और जैसे ही ऐसा किया, वो लोग अंदर से चिल्लाने लग गए. They started begging, as if they are pleading for the life of the loved ones, to turn the gas back on. The chamber was open and the soldiers were sent in to retrieve the subjects. They began to scream louder than ever, and so did the soldiers when they saw what was inside. There were chunks of meat from the dead test subjects' thighs and chest stuffed into the drain in the center of the chamber, blocking the drain and allowing 4 inches of water. अब वो पानी था या blood? Well, that was never determined. They started practicing self-cannibalism. The abdominal organs below the ribcage of all the 4 subjects had been removed, while the heart, lungs, and diaphragm remained in the place. The skin and most of the muscles attached to the ribs had been ripped off, exposing the lungs through the ribcage. Ew. All the blood vessels of the organs remain intact. They had been taken out and laid off on the floor. Wow, that's crazy. They got really wild. The test subjects actually put up a fierce fight in the process of being removed from the chamber. One of the Russian soldiers died from having his throat ripped off, and another one was gravely injured by having his testicle ripped off. So basically 5 soldiers lost their life, and these include the ones who committed suicide in the following week. So in the process of taking out the subjects, the doctors injected some sedative and basically more than what actually a human being requires. But the subjects were still fighting like wild beasts because they did not want to leave the chamber. And one of the subjects bled out after a few minutes, but he was still begging for the gas. Anyways, the 3 subjects who were remaining were strapped and sedated when the surgeon started to put back his organs. After being given the anesthesia, his heart stopped and he was dead. After the autopsy report came out, it was found that he broke 9 bones and tore all of his muscles. For the other guy, they did not use anesthesia क्योंकि already 2 लोग मर चुके थे because of anesthesia. So his surgery was done without any anesthesia. Oh, that hurts. He was giving that creepy weird smile to a nurse during the whole surgery. He tried to speak but couldn't. So he was given a notepad and a pen, and he wrote, "Keep cutting." What a creep. So a former KGP agent came up with this amazing idea of putting them back to the chamber. Because gas is all that they wanted. That is what made this whole scenario. So they were stuffed back in the chamber and they were dosed with the gas again. But this time, their EEG monitor showed extraordinary brain activity. And then a beep. They lost another subject. One subject was alive. And one of the researchers first shot that agent and then the subject. He was going insane and he was like, I cannot live here. I cannot live with these people. And while he was dying, the researcher asked, "Who are you?" And the subject smiled and he said, "Have you forgotten so easily? We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be free at every moment in your deepest animal mind. We are what you hide from in your beds every night. We are what you sedate into silence and paralysis when you go to the nocturnal heaven where we cannot tread." The researcher paused, then aimed at the subject's heart and fired. The EEG flatlined as the subject weakly choked out, "So nearly free." Yes, that was so nearly free. If you bought any of this, then you're probably new to the internet. This Russian sleep experiment is a 10-year-old urban legend. Its origin traces back to the Creepypasta website. Yes, where you all can enjoy the story in its all full glory. But the original story is even older, written for an online forum challenging users to make up the scariest urban legend. And boy, did it spread far and wide. Articles and videos with the names like "Was the Russian sleep experiment real?" are filled. Okay, some website, even Russian ones, still post the story to elicit real horror, adding comments like "the origins of the leaks is still a mystery" at the end. The story couldn't be true for so many reasons. Let's just focus on the obvious ones. First one, it didn't make any sense for the scientists to let the subjects hide in the chamber for several days without observations. Second, no gas that can stop human from falling asleep is currently known to science. And if it is, तो उसको please boss अपने पास रखो, हमको मत दो please. We really want to sleep. And the third thing, if you tear away your skin, you die from blood loss. Or did that gas just turn the subjects into some immortal creatures? So yeah guys, I'll just wrap it up by saying that it's just a story, but then it's still interesting to, know about it. Or I would say like how late Irfan Khan used to say, "Mano ya na mano." So that's it guys, that's all I had for this episode. But before you go, I have a small challenge for you guys to guess the next topic. I'm gonna give you a small hint. It's about blood-sucking creatures. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna come up with the wrong answers. But go ahead, search for it. If you guys find the right answer and tell that to me, trust me, I have nothing to give you because I'm earning nothing right now. But I really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast and share it with your friends and follow me on Spotify and Savan. And bye bye for now.